Howfit everyone, this is Becky Tovis. I am the Crafty Chamarita. Thank you so much for joining me today. I come on live every Friday at 12 o'clock Guam time. I'm late about 15 minutes because I've been having technical difficulties. I thought it was the Starlink that was giving me problems, but I think it's a setting in my system. So luckily, I have a tech guru who is my son in San Diego. So as you may know, if you've seen previous lives where I've had problems, I'll call him and he'll come in and take control over my computer and he'll fix it. So we're hoping that what he did works. So thank you for watching me, whether you're watching me live or you're catching me on the replay. I appreciate the fact, and I've said this before, that you're taking time out of your busy schedules to be with me today. All right. So it's been a hot minute since I've been live on Facebook, and that was primarily because of Super Typhoon Bobby. So she wreaked havoc in our part of the world, not only in Micronesia. She hit us hard, especially Tinian. Poor Tinian got winds of 180 to 185 miles an hour. So it's going to be a long time before they are anything back to normal. And then she went on to hit Japan and China. She was a monster of a storm. Not only was she did she pack a punch, but she was huge. So that knocked out power to our house. And I still don't have internet, but our local internet. But luckily we have Starlink. So, hopefully everything will work out so that I'll be able to continue on with what I'm doing. All right. So today I am so excited to show you the new kid on the block, which is Stampin' Up's new hot foil system. It is amazing. Capital AMAZING. It is so fun. So I got it a couple of weeks ago, was able to play with it, and I'm so glad that Stampin' Up is now offering it to customers. So first it was available to demonstrators. So I played with it and I couldn't show you because we had to keep everything secret until it was released to the public. Okay. All right. So Treen, hi. I was wondering what happened to you. Yeah. Technical difficulties. So it was released to the public and it is a hot cake. People are just grabbing it up. So, if you like what I'm showing you today, and you're interested in it, I hope that you'll get it sooner rather than later. So they do expect it to sell out. And once they do, it won't be available again until the ending of the year, just because of the manufacturer issues, and it's going to take a while to produce everything. So what I'm showing you today is the hot foil system, as I said, and I'm going to be featuring one of the bundles, which is the butterfly one. The technical name is Butterfly Flight. Oh, so pretty, so pretty. And I hope that you enjoy it. Okay, so it's already switched to my my deck here. That's another thing I had to tell my son about. It's like it couldn't get me to just my face. So, and then I have to see if I move, because I know I'm not quite in the camera and I can't tell because of the mirroring which part I should be facing. So did my adjustments work? And there's a little bit of a delay. Yeah, there you go. There's a little bit of delay, so I can't quite say anything. I can't tell. So what I did was I plugged it in. So this is how the hot foil system looks like. I plugged it in. It takes about 6 minutes to warm up from when it's plugged in. And so I'll be showing you a few things while it's warming up. So this is the hot foil system. It comes with this. It comes with a silicone mat on the side so we can place things that are hot. And then it comes with these pads that we're going to run through. We're going to use it for the hot foil system, and we're also going to use it for the stamping, cut, and emboss machine. So you do need the big machine, not the small one, to be able to use the whole system. And then it comes with a picker-upper. So this is how the die looks like, and this picks it up. So that way you don't have to touch it because it is hot. So, of course you have to be careful with it. So I'm going to put this on this side while it is heating up. See, I turned it on and it has a red blinking light, and that tells me that it's warming up. So I'm going to put this on the side primarily so that I don't burn myself while I show you the other things. Okay. All right. So with the hot foil system, it does come with, you have the option of getting these 3 color foils. So it comes with gold, silver, and pink. I shouldn't have said comes with it. You have the option of getting these 3 colors. So when you purchase it, you'll get 2 rolls in each box. So it should last you for a while, depending, of course, on how much hot foiling you do, because it's so much fun. I tell you, you are just going to go a little bit nuts when you get the system. Okay. All right. And then it does also have as a coordinating, it has coordinating products. So the regular dies do not work with the new system. You have to get dies specifically meant for the hot foil system. So even though it picks up because it has magnets, it's different from the regular, die. And let me pull this out because this is what we're going to be using today. I'll pull out the die so that you can see the difference. See, the die, it looks like this, and then the hot foil one looks like this. So you can see there's a difference in the color, even the way it feels, right? This one feels, despite the size, it feels lighter, okay? And I'm just going to keep this here because I'm going to be using that for my project. So today I'm going to be using, as I mentioned before, I'm going to be using the Butterfly Flight hot foil dies. And this one has a coordinating product, which is okay. Where did I put it? I put it, oh, it was right there. Hello, Becky, nuts. It was right in front of my face. So it comes with these, I know I'm going to get the word wrong. So these are masks. And the masks, I tell you, when you use them with the hot foil system and the butterfly, oh my gosh! When I show you the product, the card I made, you're going to be blown away. So it comes with these coordinating masks. So pretty, so pretty. Okay, got to make sure I don't misplace that because everything is so organized before I start my live, and then once I started moving stuff around, then I can't find things anymore. All right, so let me show you what are some of the dies that I got. So I got this one, the Butterfly Flight hot foil dies. I got Echoes of Detail, so this is really good for doing a background for your project. I use then I got Botanical Glow, sorry. So the die looks like this for the hot foil, and then it does come with a stamp, and I'll show you a card that I made with the combination of these two. Then I also got the Words Classic Greetings hot foil die set. So it comes with these words: happy birthday, get well, thank you, thinking of you, and celebrate. And then the other one that I got, which is my favorite, I have to tell you, is this one, the Garden Silhouette hot foil dies. So as much as I wanted to get everything, of course I can't. It had to be reasonable, right? But with what I did purchase, I was able to get a lot of stuff that I wanted and to do things that I wanted. Okay, let me show you something else that I just learned today. Because if you purchase the hot foil system, you also get the craft class for free. And so it happened this morning. So I was watching it, and let me show you what I learned from Sarah, who's the CEO. So when you're done with the foil, let me show you the botanical one because that one's so pretty. It comes out with the negative. So don't throw away the negatives because you can use it for more projects. So I'll show you in another video how you can use the negative. So what I learned from Sarah is she just made a folio. So she just took a piece of cardstock, measured it to size. So this one I made it 5 by 8.5, and I put all my negatives in here, and then I use one of the new plastic envelopes, the new cases, and I'm keeping it here. So these will go with my my dies. So I've got the gold, the silver, and the pink. So whenever I'm ready, it's good to go. Okay. All right. So I've showed you that. I'm still waiting for the machine to tell me it's ready. It's still showing red, so it's not ready yet. But let me show you a sample of what we're going to be doing today. So this is the card that I made that I'm going to be playing around with today. So I'm going to do something different. For this card, I used the gold foil. For today's card, I'm going to use the silver foil. So I hope that, I'm sure it'll turn out just as pretty, if not prettier. Isn't that gorgeous? So this is the foil part, and then I use my blending brushes to make the colors inside. So that's what I'll be showing you how to do that. Okay, this is another card that I made using the botanical one, the foil, and then the stamp. This is another one that I made using that background. And this is the product of the month, begonia something, right? So I just stamped it and I fussy cut it. So this is a 2-step stamp, and this is available for $5 with a $75 order, okay? And then I did this one, Thinking of You, all in Secret Sea, and then I used the silver and Secret Sea background. And then this is another one that I made, and I just cut the pieces so that it creates like a panel effect. Yeah, my gluing wasn't too great, so you notice that there's a bigger gap here than here. You know, I struggled to make things straight. And here are just some of the things that I played around with. So this is another one of the background, and I used the pink foil on Blushing Bride. This is gold on Blackberry Bliss. And then I wanted to show you the mistake I made. So the one with the wording, I actually made it too close together, so it was very difficult to cut it out because these can be cut out. This one I messed up on because I used cardstock. I wanted to show everyone the difference. So this is regular cardstock and this is two-tone. So the system works better with two-tone. And I wanted to show when I invited my team over to come and play around with the hot foil system. So I wanted to show the differences between the two. And then this is another one. I don't know if I should share it or not, but I'm going to anyways because I did it. So my sister had a foil from another, you know, just because she's a demonstrator, she has a lot of stuff. So she took out her green foil and we put it on the red to make a Christmas card, and it turned out just as well. So if you have foil that uses this kind of system, try it out because you might be able to use it with this. I know I shouldn't say that because they're probably not Stampin' Up products, but you know, if it can help you, why not, right? Okay. All right. So let's bring this back on. It's still showing red, but that's okay, right? Okay. It has to turn yellow so that we know it's ready. So the way this is going to work, oh, you know what? I forgot. Let me cut my foil because that's something I need to do. So I'm going to use the silver one, and it has to be big enough to fit the whatever die you're going to be using. Okay, come on thing, where's the start? This is my used one, so it should be easy to find. And then to cut it, you simply just make it go underneath here. And you can, it cuts very easily in your trimmer. I'm just going to make it go up to 6 inches. I probably don't need that much, but okay. I didn't take the time to measure it beforehand, so I'm going to guess that that's the right size that I need. Okay. Okay, so I press the button indicating to the system that I'm ready to put everything on. And I don't know if you noticed that the yellow light came on. That means the system is ready. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to put the die down, and it's going to be flat side down. So it's going to go down like this. And then the foil with the silver part is going to go over it. So when we were watching a demonstration on how to do it, Karen Peterson said, just imagine it kissing. And you know what? It sounds a little bit weird, but it works. So that's how I always remember which side goes down. So the shiny side is going to kiss the foil. So that's going to go down like this. And then I'm going to put my my plates. Okay, so let me show you something. I messed up several times. So this is how it looks like, the overflow of the foil when I made my mistake. But you know what? Don't worry, because this is not going to affect your future projects. If it happens to you and you don't like it, I found that the magic eraser, you just rub it on and it'll take it off. So it actually looks a lot better now compared to earlier this morning. I was a little bit embarrassed to show everybody like, oh man, look at how much I messed up, right? Okay. Then I'm going to put the green part down like this. And then I'm going to put that down. And you notice when I did that, I don't know if you heard the beep, but the green light went on. That tells me it's ready. So I'm going to disconnect this from the system. I'm going to move it over. And then I'm going to take my stamping. Of course it would do that, right? Hang on, let me pick up all the plates that fell. I hope that wasn't too loud on your ears. Okay, and I'm going to take out all the platforms, and then I'm going to take the whole system and I'm going to put it in my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. So everything will go in. And when you run it through very slowly so that it has the chance to press down, because it's the pressure that's going to make the foil stick to the cardstock. So for this particular project, I'm using regular white cardstock because I want to do some blending. So it does work with cardstock. It also works with window sheets and it works with vellum. So I tell you, there's so many things that you can do to play around with this. Okay. So let me move this out of the way so I could show you the big reveal because it's so pretty. If I didn't mess this up. So this is how it's going to look like when you take it out of the Scan and Cut and Emboss machine and then you just pull it. Of course I messed up because you know what I forgot to do? Can anyone tell me what I forgot to do? That was not very brilliant of me. I forgot to put the paper. Oh my goodness, Rebecca. So we're going to have to do this all over again. So let me plug in my machine. This is how I made the mistake because instead of putting my paper on, I just put on the platform. That's okay. This will not go to waste because I can use this for another project. So while I'm cutting this, I'm letting my machine start up again. Okay. It looks like I was lost there for a second. Okay. Okay, let's move this. It shouldn't take long for this thing to get ready because it was already hot. Okay, let's try this again. I'm going to press the button. Okay. I wonder if I could do this without waiting for it to turn yellow. Let's try. So I'm going to kiss that, and then I'm going to get my paper. I'm going to make sure that it has the die on it. That's the difficult thing is I can't see the die, but it's okay. You know, if you can use the grids on it to make sure that it's all aligned. But I know because I'm die cutting this, it doesn't have to be straight. I can die cut the pieces. Okay. So I just have to wait because it's still blinking, so it's telling me that it's not ready. Oh, I know. Yeah, I think I saw that it froze, but I think it came back up. Yeah, I tell you, you know, not having a stable internet really sucks. Okay. Sorry, I still have to wait for that. So, Have to wait for it to make sure it's ready, because if it's not ready and you take it out, then it's not going to work. And sometimes I get impatient. I keep pressing the button. Okay, come on, thing. Okay, it's still not ready. I don't know if I'm telling it to restart or whatever, so I just have to play around with that. So even when I did my demonstration and I actually did a class with this technique, I still can't get the whole beeping thing down, and the colors. But it's okay. We learn, we get better. So while we're waiting for this to finish, let me just remind everyone, if you are on Guam, I'm doing a clearance and crafting event tomorrow at the Sananya Mayor's office. So everything is 50% off. So please help me clear my inventory because I have a lot of stuff. Okay, it beeped. That's a good sign. There. Okay, there you go. Now it's going to go from yellow to green. So once it hits green, then I know it's ready. I have a lot of stuff. So stamps, dies, bundles, designer series paper, ribbons, kits, punches. Even my cards will be discounted. So come check it out. We're going to be up there from 10 to 1. And I'm also starting the next cycle of my Becky's prize giveaway. So for every $50 that you spend, you will get a leaf to put on, and then I will raffle off the prizes in about 6 months. The first place prize will get a bundle of your choice. I'm also going to give away a small stamping cut and emboss wash machine, the mini one, and the third one is going to be a surprise. So take advantage of that. I know I love the feeling of winning prizes, so I know how it makes everyone feel to win prizes too. So I try to give away prizes as much as I can. Okay. I hope I didn't freeze again. I'm not showing the no notification thing, but my face looks different. So, okay, it's green. All right, so let's do this again. I'm going to wrap that around so I don't lose my cord. I'm going to take my machine. I'm going to put the whole thing in. Okay. And I'm going to go slowly. I'm going to attempt to go slowly in my excitement, right? Because when I had that faux pas, it's like, oh man, I can't believe I messed up. But, it happens. Okay, wait a minute. I can feel the platform move a little bit, so I'm just going to adjust it. Just so it doesn't end up scratching the not the platform, but the pad. I'm probably getting my terminology all crazy. Okay, let's move this aside. I'll move that out of the way. And this should work. If you're worried about getting burned, use tweezers. But I've discovered if I just lightly touch it with my nails, it's fine. Okay. The big reveal. Dun, 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 dun. Here you go. Isn't that pretty? That is so pretty, right? Now wait until you see the other things that we're going to do with it. All right, so let me go ahead and take this, and I'm going to put it on my other silicone mat so it can cool down. Then I'm going to put this system aside because I'm done with that for now. I'm going to put it back on the silicone pad so that it can cool down. Hi, Fran. Thank you for watching. I hope you're doing well over there. Okay, I've got no room here, so I'll just stick it there. Okay, so now the next step is we are going to do some blending. We're going to do some blending. And I said I was going to use put my mask in a place that I can find it. And here it is. So the masks are all numbered, right? So you can't really see it. you can't really see it because it's the same. It's just raised. So what I did was I took my my marker and I just wrote the numbers on. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. All right. So let's start with number 1. If you've never worked with masking before, it's really easy. You just simply match up the pieces to where they should belong. Now, sometimes I get lazy and I just hold it down like that. But if you want to be good, then use washi tape or what do they call it? Repositionable tape. So I'm just going to stick it down there, stick it here. And then another thing that you can do is you can also put a tick mark over here because there's a little notch and you can match it up to the notch. Okay. All right. So I am going to first take out the card that I made because I want the dominant color to be purple. Okay. So I'm going to start off with mask number 1 by using Gorgeous Grape for that. Okay, I'm going to put this here. And I'm just going to hold it down just to make sure that it doesn't move. And I tend to be very heavy-handed in my blending, so I like to dab off first. I learned a technique where you can dab it onto the a block. Let me do that now, so that you can you don't waste the ink. So that way, when you need more ink, just go back to the block and grab it. I thought that was a great tip. This Gorgeous Grape color is so pretty. All right, so it looks like that's going to be good. Yeah, I got everything. I'm going to move this away. I'm done with that color. I'm just going to clean my block here so that I have a clean one. And I'm going to put the wet one, turn it upside down so I can use the dry side. Now I'm going to do mask number 2. I should have taped down my paper so that the notch will work. But if I move my paper around, the notch doesn't work. But you know what? I've done this enough times that really I don't use the notch. I just line it up. I just do a visual look-see to make sure that's in the right spot. And it works better if you lift it up rather than trying to do it from down here. It works better. Okay. That's my mom calling. I love the Apple Watch because I keep my phone on silent. You know, mostly because I go to church so often and I always forget to turn it on and off. So I just leave it on silent. So I rely on my watch to let me know that I'm receiving a phone call. I don't know if you guys are like that too. Oh, you know, while we're waiting, I just wanted to let everybody know that my dad celebrated his 89th birthday yesterday. Man, I couldn't, you know, I can't believe when people look at him, you can't tell that he's 89. You know, he's still so strong. He has his faculties. He's very independent. He doesn't like to be driven around. He wants to drive himself wherever he wants to go. But he's very, I think the Chamorro word for it is brutbu, right? Brutbu. Fran, help me out. What is the Chamorro word when you're still very strong? Is it brutbu? Okay. Oh, look, it's coming along. And then I'm going to use number 4. So I'm going to do this. Oh, no, not number 4, number 3. I'm not going to use number 4. So I'm just going to make sure that this matches up. You could tell because you should be hitting You should be hitting like some of the white parts. I obviously can't think and talk at the same time. Oh, it moved a little bit. Adjust that. So what's happening with the 3 one, just to let you know, the 3 is going to mix with the other colors. So for the 3, I'm using yellow. Your mother called me too. My sister's so funny. Okay, did I clean this? Okay, I hope I did. I don't want to get colors mixed up. Ooh, look at that. This is crushed curry. Holy cow, this is really bright. I thought it was going to be a light color, but it's really changing the color. And of course, because I had a blue, when you add blue plus yellow, you get green. Okay, let me just peek. Make sure everything is okay before I remove it. Oh, it still looks so pretty. All right, let me show you the final product. Move all of that out of the way. Look at that butterfly. Isn't that pretty? Okay, but we're not done. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take our scan cut and emboss machine back. I'm going to put my platforms on, and now we're going to cut it. Sorry, I'm missing one. This requires 1, 2, and 3. So I'm going to put this on here. Let me match it up. I don't know if that's showing on the screen. Okay. And I want to make sure that doesn't move, so I'm just going to use my tape here. And let me go ahead and cut it. And here are the pieces that we're gonna use. So it should have 5 butterflies. There you go. All right. Now we're going to move on to the next piece. And what I'm going to do with this one is I am going to blend. I'm going to do some blending again. And I like it where the butterflies look like they're flying up. So I'm going to do the same style, but I think for this card, I'm going to save the smallest butterfly and I'm going to put it on the inside. So for this card here, I just did some blending on the inside, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to save this one and I'll put it on the inside. Okay, so I'm going to go back to my 3 colors and I think I'm going to start with the yellow one, but because the yellow one is a little bit darker than what I expected, I just know that I have to go light. So I'm going to start down here. And I'm just going to kind of do like a huge arch. Oh, that's turning out pretty. So it doesn't have to be exact. Okay, so I've got that ready. Let me do some blue. But you know, when I combine the blue with the yellow, it might come out to be green, which is okay. So where it touches, it'll probably turn green. Blue is coming out very light, but that's what I'm going for, the light colors. Okay. Okay, and then I'm going to do the purple. I love this gorgeous grape. Okay, I didn't clean it, so I'm just going to do it here. But I'm going to go lightly because I don't want the purple to be so bright and dominant when the butterflies don't look like that. Okay, all right. So I've got that done, and now I'm going to put it on my base. I'm going to use the Gorgeous Grape for my base. And I'm just going to glue it down. I'm going to put this down first before I put the butterfly, because the butterflies, this will give me a better idea of where to put the butterflies. Okay. All right. So before you glue anything down, cardinal rule is make your placement first, so you know where everything's going to be. Okay. All right. And you want to make sure everything can fit, right? Okay. I want to make sure I have room in here for my my sentiment. So I'm going to move that over a little bit. If you wanted to, you can even put this on dimensional. So you know what? Let's put it on dimensionals. Why not? It looks prettier that way. And I'm just going to do these one at a time just to make sure I get the placement right. I'll be curious to see which one you guys like better. You know, the one that I did ahead of time with the gold, or the one that I'm doing now with the silver. I have to go grab the stamp because I forgot that I moved it, because this is, the sentiment is something we're going to use for tomorrow's tomorrow's event. So not only do you get to go shopping and get stuff 50% off, but you can make a card as well. And because we always, unfortunately, have a need for condolence cards, I'm going to include that sentiment there. Okay, so let me grab that stamp real quick. Hang on. I was trying to be organized, and so all of the stuff for that card is ready to go. But I forgot I needed to use it for today. I just had to go grab that. Okay, so sorry for your loss. And I'm just going to put it right there. And then we grab an inside paper. I'm just going to do some quick blending for this because it just looks so pretty. We did it for the outside, so why not do it for the inside, right? And I'm just going to put it in the edges. Maybe I'll just stick to purple. Yep, I'll just stick to purple because that's the color of the base card. And purple symbolizes death too, so I think it works out. Okay, and I'm going to put the butterfly in here, but I'm not going to put it on dimensionals because I want it to fold flat. And I'll just put it down here in the corner. I know sometimes I get flack for how I do the cards because I don't fold it. I like to work with it flat. So sometimes my fellow demonstrators tease me. They're like, how do you know where the line is? It's like, I could see the line because they like to fold it when they work. But I like to have it flat. So, ta-da! Here is the final card. What do you think? You like it? This is the one I made with silver. One I did today, and this is the one I made with gold. So I think I may do a this or that post. Which one do you guys like better? I think I know what my preference is. I don't know if you guys have the same preference as me, but I think I'm gravitating towards the gold. I'm basically using the same colors, but the foil is different. I just like the gold better. So anyway, all right. So that's it for today. I hope I have inspired you. I hope that I have piqued your interest with the new hot foil system. It is amazing. It really is. And you're going to have so much fun. And if you have any questions about the system, please reach out. I'll be happy to help you. And until next week, I'll see you then. And those of you living on Guam, please check out my clearance and crafting event from 10 to 1 at the Sinahanya Mayor's office. All right. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for commenting, for liking, and subscribing. Bye.